If you're a therapist or a private practice owner, I'm going to ask you a question, but please be honest with me. If I remove all of the logos, pictures, and leave your site without any colors, only black and white, and everything that's written in it, will I still know it's your site? For most therapists, the answer is actually no. The same goes for private practice owners. Most of them make the same marketing mistake that every other therapist and owner makes with their practice. And if you're wondering what that mistake is, it's pretty damn simple. It's that they are communicating like they're marketing to other therapists instead of communicating like they should to their ideal client. Using all of the marketing techniques and methods that everybody in 2026 uses, SEO, running social media marketing, creating ads, creating a beautiful website, all of these are incredible. But if you don't communicate properly, all of them will be suboptimal and you'll leave tons of clients on the table. And those clients will not just not seek therapy at all. They'll pick someone that they feel understands them and speaks in their language. You might wonder how this problem is so common among therapists. Reason being is that therapists spend close to a decade mastering their skills, improving everything they do. They know all of the therapeutic frameworks, they know of the methods, they know of the approaches, and all of the techniques. Now, why is that an issue? Because learning all of those skills are amazing. The reason is because clients don't understand these methods and techniques and therapeutic frameworks. You can see on a client site where they write, I help clients explore underlying patterns and develop healthier coping mechanisms. But that's not what the client actually thinks. What they think is, can you help me stop fighting with my husband? The disconnect is incredible. Think about it. Most people don't wake up and think, I want therapy. They wake up and think, I want to be less anxious. I want to have better relationships. I want to have a better relationship with myself and more. They don't think the therapy terms for those things. Here's a good frame of thinking that will help you develop and write and create things that will resonate with your ideal client. People don't actually buy things for what they are. They buy things for what they can do for them. Same with therapy. They don't buy therapy just because it's therapy. They buy it because what it will do for them. They buy in the hopes that you will help them alleviate some pain or help them reach a desired situation. So here are a couple of more examples just to ensure that you really get this point. Nobody really buys personal training. They buy in hope of weight loss. Nobody really buys Botox. They buy in hopes that the wrinkles will disappear. And the same thing goes with therapy. Nobody really buys therapy. They buy in hope of a better state of mind. When writing or creating anything in hopes of getting more clients to your practice, I want you to always, and I mean always, focus on benefits for the client. That should be your sole focus. Me doing social media right now, creating these videos for you, my focus is to help you and help you benefit. You need to do the same with your clients. Do everything in hopes of getting more clients and benefiting the client and how that will help them. There is an obvious limitation with therapy where you can't really promise results like sports where they can promise a weight loss or Botox where they can promise to see a reduction of wrinkles. But you can write what you're going to help them with and the results that clients usually see if you have certain reviews. And you can also talk about what you're going to help them navigate with. Don't promise anything, but you can tell them what are the things that you help with. Okay, so I want to run a quick marketing test on your site. So open it right now. Imagine a potential client landing on your site. Do you answer these 3 next questions in 5 seconds? 1. Who you help? Men, women, couples, children. What problems do you help with? Anxiety, burnout, marriage issues. What should they do next? Now, these are typically, there's 3 ways to go with this. Call, schedule a consult, or leave their information. As you can see, these are very simple, but most websites, therapy websites, still fail with this with at least one of them, if not all of them. So simply answering these questions straight away will put you miles ahead of every other competitor. How your site looks is very important, but this will put you on a good track. Throughout all of the years as a therapist, not myself, but as a therapist in general, you learn and acquire so much knowledge that you can unintentionally confuse potential clients, straying them away from actually working with you because they don't feel like you actually understand them just because you're not speaking in their language on your website. Although you can be the best therapist for them in the world, they don't feel like you're the one for them. Now let's do another exercise. This one is quite humbling. Look at your social profiles and presence everywhere online and ask yourself, does this look like I'm trying to show how smart I am? Even though you're probably doing it unintentionally. Remember, the goal isn't to show how smart you are. Even if you do it unintentionally, you can fix it. The goal here is to make the potential client feel like you understand them. Okay, so let me give you an example that will show you how this actually works in effect and will help you root this into your mind better. Okay, so we'll have two titles here, the biggest text in your website. So version A, I provide compassionate, evidence-based therapy in a warm and welcoming environment. Version B, do you and your partner keep having the same old fight? I help couples break destructive communication patterns and reconnect with their partner again. Do you see the difference? Who do you think most clients will go with? And this doesn't necessarily mean that the therapist in version B is a better therapist. Version A therapist might be a better therapist in general and might help the client more than version B. But version B communicates better, markets better, so he'll get more clients than version A. Let me give you one last framework that you can use to wrap this up. So stop asking yourself, what do you want to write on your site? And start asking yourself, what is everything, I mean everything, that my ideal client will want to know and needs to know before making a decision that is to leave their information. The goal here isn't to turn people straight away to clients. It's to make them leave their information or book a call or call you. What do they need to know to do that? That's one of the biggest, I would say, the biggest probably mistake that you'll see out there in terms of therapists' site and private practices sites. Stop talking about yourself in general and start to look at how you're tying everything you say to your ideal client and how what you're saying helps them. If you want to mention, for example, that you use CBT as one of your methods, instead of writing, yes, I use CBT, write, I use CBT. And CBT will help you with this, this, and this. And obviously explain what CBT means. So we can say, I help people with this problem using CBT. And CBT means I use this technique and this technique and this technique, which usually helps people like this achieve this. Remember, people work and buy from people they know, like, and trust. When a potential client feels understood, they feel like you're the therapist for them, they are far more likely to take the next step. So show your face so they know who you are. Talk about yourself, but always tie it to your client and make them trust you. Okay, that's it for today. 2 new videos come out every single week. Let me know what you want to see next.